What up guys, Nakamoto Crypto here. Unfortunately, sad news today for Terra Luna Classic. CZ of Binance just broke the bad news for the entire community about Binance not implementing the 1.2% tax burn. That's probably the reason why you are seeing this massive dump right now. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's get right onto it. So I've managed to record Binance CZ's recent voice chat right now. It just finished about a couple of hours ago. I was listening onto it. It was a great AMA voice chat on Twitter, and he hosted a Twitter space basically addressing the Luna C community, and this is what he had to say. Take a listen.
Hi guys, thank you for having me. So I just have a quick question to CZ regarding the Luna Classic burn on the spot trading. So you left a comment on the long ago on Twitter saying for us to implement it on chain before we start talking about implementing on the SEX itself. So we did that. Are you still thinking to support more the community regarding these aspects? All of this being said, in name of the community, I have to say thank you for supporting the LUNC community in so many other ways as well. Thank you, guys.
Sure. Thanks for the question. And so Luna Classic is a interesting situation. So I didn't make the comment. I think the blockchain should implement burn first, but I did not promise saying that right afterwards Binance will do X, Y, and Z. I did not do that, but that people may imply that or infer that. I can see where that's coming from. But the centralized exchanges have have considerations. If you think about the game theory, right? Sure, everybody wants everybody else to burn 1.2% per transaction. But from a user perspective, if Binance charges 1.2% fees per transaction, we're not going to burn very much. I can tell you. Basically, no one's going to trade on Binance. It's very similar to certain countries implementing a 1.2% tax per transaction. Guess what? Those exchanges in those countries, the volume goes to zero or very close to zero. So by centralized exchanges, unless we can get all the centralized exchanges in the world to charge to do this, it's not going to work. So any exchange that implements 1.2% transaction trading fee per transaction, this is not going to be any trading volume. You trade 50 times, you have zero. And there's no way to collectively organize all the exchanges in the world to do it at the same time. So that's the thing where on the blockchain you can implement it is at the protocol level. Anybody who wants to use that protocol will have to pay that. To be honest, the 1.2% burn will make use cases on the blockchain kind of meaningless. Sorry for my directness, because look, if Ethereum charges 1.2% fee, nobody's going to use it. If Bitcoin charges 1.2% fee, not that many people is going to use it. So it's actually going to make that blockchain less useful. But everybody wants, but that blockchain was not was kind of abandoned by the project team anyway. So yeah, so for us, we already supporting Luna C, and we want to continue to support it. But we don't want to be in a situation where we won't be able to support it, and we don't want to be in a situation where everybody else just if we charge 1.2%, no other exchanges don't do it at the same time. No one's gonna trade on Binance, so we're not gonna help very much. So that's my view. I will try to clarify that in some writing, but if you think through that. That's basically the implication. And also this voting mechanism. If you have a bunch of people who are not involved vote on something, and they don't have the ability to enforce that globally, the voting is somewhat meaningless, right? So you can vote on the blockchain. The blockchain does it. Okay, everybody using the blockchain does it. But today I can vote for all centralized exchanges to charge zero fees. Period. Everybody will vote yes. But can we implement it? Probably not. So the voting, I think that community voting shows what the community wants, which is important. But there are interesting implications on the execution and the side effects of it, I think which are not that well thought through. So that's kind of my view. I could be wrong. Yeah.
So you heard the man, CZ of Binance. It's very disappointing, but hey, it goes back to what I was saying a couple of days ago when I was making my Luna Classic videos. It's truth pretty much, you know. Everybody wants you to burn your tokens, but they don't want to burn theirs. And also, you know, CZ, he's looking at it from a business perspective. The 0.1% burn right now that's going on Binance, everybody's using it. But then if he implements the 1.2% burn tax, you can only trade a certain amount of time before people realize, hey, we kind of losing a lot, so we're not gonna carry on doing that. We're gonna lose our tokens, and then it'll make people get off the exchange, and that's exactly what is going to happen. So he's kind of saving himself, and he's also smart. CZ, you know, he controls almost 40% of the Luna Classic supply tokens. I think over 2 trillion tokens or something like that, and there's only 6.9 trillion tokens. There's not much compared to Shiba Inu in that. It didn't inflate by much. It does nothing. But you know, the way he's looking at it is just like everybody's eyeballing him to burn his tokens so that the price can go up so they can dump, and he's just trying to play it safe pretty much. But he did add on to this, which is hopeful for the Luna Classic community, so it's not all disappointment. After the AMA, he said, hey, I just answered the question about the Luna Classic issue, burn tax, on my Twitter Space AMA just now. And then he says another option is to implement a feature to let users opt in for a 1.2% trading fee themselves for burns, and just to see how many of the voting community do that first. Vote with your fees. So he's pretty much saying anybody is keen to do this, you burn your own tokens. I mean, if you're happy to pay with your fees and all of that stuff, then it's cool. He can go ahead and do it. So there's still a door there. CZ's trying to help and trying to open the door. People are obviously flaming him. People are pissed off right now, but hey, it is what it is. This lady says, you played us during the clash. We thought that you good man of his words, but really, you just told the community what we wanted to hear. You just played us. This guy says, you know, it's meaningless and ineffective to do an opt-in 1.2% burn on trades. Users consistently will always choose greed when given the choice, which is true. Almost nobody will do it when asked in the moment to sacrifice LUNC, but they did vote as a community for a universal rule to enforce it on all transactions pretty much. But yeah, which is truth, man. It's like, if the community voted as a universal, then, you know, they should have implemented it, man, because this was a thing going on. Part of the reason why I wanted this to succeed was that a lot of people lost money in loot because of Do Kwon, bro. Do Kwon wrecked everybody and left. Billions of dollars was lost. People don't realize just a few months ago, Luna was at $110 per token. It was sitting in the top 10 of the largest cryptocurrencies by market cap. People who are backing Luna Classic right now, going with the original Luna, I kind of look at them as the Ethereum Classic after the Ethereum DAO hack of 2016, you know. They were kind of left for dead. They suffered multiple attacks, but they still stood their ground, and Ethereum Classic is still here to this day, you know. It's like a community that is abandoned, and it just runs itself. So I'm looking at Terra Luna Classic kind of like that, you know. There's a lot of people that lost their coins, lost their money, their life savings and everything because of Do Kwon, and this was just the last hope attempt for those people to at least recover some of their funds. It is believable. I still think that it could happen with the help of KuCoin and a lot of these major other centralized exchanges. If they implement the on-chain and off-chain burns, then definitely, even if Binance doesn't do it, Binance is still willing to help. At some point in the future, they will be implementing it, like what they just said, what CZ just said. Like, if it's a community thing, they do it. You come over there with your trading fees. If you're keen to pay 1.2% voting thing, they can do it. You know, they can implement it at some point. So all hope is not lost for Binance. People are flaming Binance, of course. Everybody's pissed off. Some people are saying, you know, take your money out of Binance. And that, look, man, Binance is the largest exchange in the world pretty much. I think at this point it's bigger than Coinbase, bro. Binance has been around for years. It's also the most targeted exchange in the world in terms of regulations. You know, people always want to regulate Binance somehow. They always want to attack CZ and all this other mess. So you kind of have to understand him at some point. He's going through a lot, man. America, everywhere you go, Binance.us, people always try to attack CZ and regulate him. And, you know, he's trying to navigate his moves to make the right moves each and every time. Back in 2017, he saved Justin Sun. Go back and watch my Tron video. You would understand that he's always here to help. He's been in crypto for years. He also kind of saved Do Kwon in a way, you know, and it always happens. But people are trying to criminalize Binance and all of this other mess. But it's been one of the best exchanges in the globe. People are not going to stop trading on Binance just because he says this about Luna Classic. Luna Classic is just one community amongst all these other communities in crypto. So for those who are saying, well, stop trading on Binance or hashtag boycott Binance and all of that because of Luna Classic, you just childish, bro. I mean, it's crypto. People are going to have differences of opinions. If you can't handle that, you just can't handle that. But ain't no way that you taking your few dollars out of Binance is going to take down Binance, the exchange, or they're going to lose a lot of money. Just hope for the best that at some point he's going to implement it and he's going to pull through. Like I said before, once KuCoin and all these other exchanges are making a big buck out of burning their tokens and doing all of that on fees, then maybe Binance will reconsider. You can see him now with this tweet that he's definitely reconsidering because he's giving you another option to implement a feature that lets users decide, hey, you want a 1.2% tax burn now on this transaction, and then you click yes, and then there you go, you help the community. Charles Hoskinson said this years ago. I mean, not just years ago, last year. Remember when Cardano, that whole thing, Cardano was sitting at $2 for a while and it's not going up, no $10 either, and everybody went to Hoskinson, hey, it's 45 billion too much, let's implement the burn. Hoskinson was smart. He says, hey, okay, I'm gonna build an address and then it's a burn address. So you sent your IDA there. And everybody's like, nah, what do you mean me sending my tokens over there? So nobody wants to burn their tokens, and they want you to burn your tokens, but not them to burn theirs. So it kind of becomes a game of selfishness. It's like a Squid Game kind of thing. Towards the end, it'll be harder and harder for people to burn their tokens when they realize they're running out of Luna Classics to burn. With that being said, yeah, man, what are your thoughts on Binance refusing to implement the 1.2% tax burn on Luna Classic? Is this the end for our hope with Luna Classic, or is the community gonna be as strong as ever and shine and prosper through this? Let us know in the comment section below. Like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.